artists. So funika kuziwa kuti meet art. Why is it so art is just supposed to be means of arts and what? Culture, yeah. But not a means of sports and arts. Because that polish to minister.
Okay, so I'm not
demanding.
In case we njoka pakati. Patika mbatati nkani ya arts especially that the facing tourism and things like that. We want to ensure that it yapaswa attention bueno. For it to be given attention bueno, arts should it be combined with culture and then watpangira ministry yake ipaeka or apena muganza popwanji.
Bazungu arts ifunika kwenda arts and culture. Because ngati bavina maja vinyawo watu ma dances yaje. It's part of art. It's performing arts, you understand? Art is too wide. So like what they've done to get art and mix it with sports. Yo shito ya kula. Because the sports face is too vast, it's too wide. Wana kuli solo, kuli volleyball, kuli swimming, kuli kutamanga, ni vambiri vamina funika kutano minister ona. Then art nayo iri pambiri, marasta wodrawing apa men chanja lipongera matoileti, wodrawing apa taveni, ababobeza, was an artist, boimba, ba poetry, ma actors. So it's too much work. What they would have done was they were just supposed to come up with a separate means for art and culture.
Is it that we're not appreciating arts or something, or it's that where the priorities are a bit different? Even as we are talking about the new dawn, it's talking about economic recovery and things like that. Do you think that if there was an issue of bringing in a new ministry such as that, wouldn't it be a cost, or it would be something to in line with improving the outlook of the country and things like that?
Art improves the outlook of the country, of course. If you go to Nigeria, to other countries, art even also contributes to GDP of country. Because art is important. If you promote your art industry well, even tourism automatically will fall in. Because the tourists will come because they're following what? The art. So they go hand in hand. So art, it's a very big industry that shouldn't just be let go just like that. It's very big and it's very wide. And without art, could be something
then there's commercializing.
All of us, we are artists. We live by. Can you stay without music even for a day? Even voice and art. So we are surrounded by art. We are artists by nature. The only difference that others are active and others are not active.
Art of politics.
Although you watch up, when you end up with beer, madam was panga sober, you are an artist because you're acting to be sober when you are drunk. So everyone is an artist and come on.
So what should be the expectations?
What I expect is the president need to come up with a separate ministry, which will just concentrate on arts and culture.
Is it an emergency, or maybe we should wait? Maybe
let's treat it as an emergency, actually.
Especially that why I'm asking you that is because we are looking at austerity measures and things like that, and how to balance the issue of the economy and things.
But art in a culture, if you go to Africa, there's means of art and culture. That's why you find that the music industry, the film industry, each develop. Without art, the radio, TV would be affected.
How would you just hold on your thought? How would you compare arts in terms of countries like South Africa and Zambia and Nigeria? I think, don't you think that there is a big discrepancy in terms of the art there and our art here, and the level of our performance and things like that?
The level can only be pushed up by government. If government concentrates on the art, the ministry, everything is here. They've got the film policy and everything. Zambians can do wonders.
Have you been pushed by government to be what you are? It's difficult as a brand.
No, I was so lucky. I was just pushed by God, but not everyone is.
Don't you think it was just your talent that pushed you, as opposed
was a talent, but it wasn't
to a ministry?
Us when we started acting, it was voluntary first. There was no money involved. People would say, "Mama funny, Mama funny, Mama funny." Before you do anything else, by then there was no money. So every time, even if you are to approach a woman, they'll ask you, so apart from acting, what else do you do? Because it never used to bring money. Not until we commercialized the industry, okay? Actually, we're one of the first people to commercialize the acting industry. We started making a bit of money. I'm happy that now artists are able to earn a living through the arts. And that question of saying, apart from acting, what do you do is no longer there. Because if somebody says I'm an actor, then you know, oh, fine, he's comfortable and he's able to earn a living. We open the doors, so let the doors be wider, let them not be closed. Let us not go back to how we struggled us, how we hustled to where we are. Art now is a very serious business. It's a very good job. If it's ZRI can come in, Wambopanga kuna copy, but lekani but taking eco serious a president. Let's make sure that my artists
as you're talking about that, let me just quickly ask this one. Apart from art, what do you do?
Your question is supposed to, apart from breathing.
Apart from art, what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur.
I'm one of the people that are taking over the commercializing of art.
Okay.
Yeah, so that it can sustain people. I manage artists.
Okay, you're not mostly on the screen.
I rarely give interviews, so you being a friend, that's the reason we are calling.
Okay, so you're oftenly asking the officer Njombe questions and things like that. This is the face behind it. How does it feel? And you're not in front of the camera mostly and things like that. Then do you think that there's a lot that is being taken away from you?
No. I'm often behind the camera because the character was built like that. But in actual sense, I'm not really supposed to be behind the camera. I'm just supposed to be far away because I'm the one that is managing those artists. So I'm supposed to be far away from. But I'm unattached to Njombe because when we are building the character, it started with the journalist, and I was the personal journalist for Bwana. So the character was built along just like that. So whenever Bwana is something, the journalist just pops in, Bwana. Then it goes like, you. Then the conversation flows like that.
Oh, so it's
exactly.
it's a
how
journalist.
It's how the character was built. Bwana being who he is, who tackles national issues, but those national issues, there must be a journalist that asks him questions, and that's how I had to chip in. And we created a bond that is quite good and been so much ionic, I can put it that way.
Oh, okay. So were you part of the creation of
yes.
of Njombe,
yes.
or he made himself and then he just called you?
I was part of the creation of the character Njombe. Funny how it started, but let's have a long conversation.
Okay. So
I'll show you how it started.
Has it been commercialized?
No doubt.
When was it commercialized? If I may ask?
It started in 2016. The idea was to sell the brand in that particular year up to 2018. That was the target. Like in the next 2 years, this product has to be accepted by them. But by God's grace, 2 years was too much. Within months, people loved him, and we started making money out of it. And now he's not just famous, but he's popular.
How much does it cost to have Njombe on maybe on a wedding?
Looking at our economy is one of the most affordable, mature and professional host of events that you can have in the country.
So in case somebody's watching?
In case somebody's watching, let them visit the Fanike Media page or Bwana Njombe page, give us a call, hit us up, then we talk business.
So that's an advert. You might need also to give us
you're my friend.
Okay. So quickly, do you think that the UPND is doing enough in terms of promoting art and things like that?
The UPND has been in power for less than 2 months. So are they doing enough, or are they planning to do enough? I think the president asked for 200 days, if I'm not mistaken. My memory serves me right. So it's to be prudent if we give him those, 200 days, so that he can put his house in order. Then we can speak from there. I think hold that question for after 205 days. Then we put it that way, so that we can come and answer it. Okay, the president seemed to have plans for the art industry, or maybe this industry has been neglected. So that can only be answered later.